Hello friends. In this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be permanently installing the quality meat stockyards there. This is actually going to be called Canyon Flats Shipping and Receiving Cattle Company. And as you can tell there, I have the assembly sitting there, and I have a space between the track and the cars. That space is actually a concrete retaining wall. So the chutes go up at an angle in order for the cows to come through there and get loaded up. So we need to build that area in between there with some sculpted mold, but I wanted to make a little chute stand in there, and so I'm going to be angling some of the ground back down towards the foundation. So what I like to do is I like to show you how I'm going to be installing this permanently to my layout. If you'd like to know more, and if you'd like to see this, please keep watching. Well, as you can see, I've made this portable so I can actually lift it out of here until I get it permanently installed. This is about a 4.5 by 10 foot area. I'm going to set it out of the way. And now you can see the retaining wall that I put in is basically a piece of wood that I'm going to paint a concrete color to make it look like a concrete retaining wall on the top. This platform is the same size as the base of the cattle operation. So I have the ability to set this in here. I made some lines. So what I want to do is I want to run some sculpted mold down to this foundation here. All right. But I want to make sure my cars are going to clear that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these one cars out of here and make sure that I can back these other cars down in here. Those have to be sitting perfectly on the rail. So I'm going to take them off for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my train down here that has some cattle cars on it, and I'm going to back it into the area here just because I want to see Now if I take the caboose off of there, in this passenger car, my other cattle cars are the same size as that is. So I'm going to slowly back them down in there. You know, sometimes things don't work like we want them to, huh? Throw the switch out again and back. See if she'll take the curve. Yeah, I don't know why she's derailing there. She's not perfectly straight. Something. That should go straight back. Yeah, that goes straight back in there. Okay, we should be able to throw that and go the other way. Okay, I'm going to pull out slowly. And I'm going to set my stockyard back up in there. The actual one that's going to be sitting there permanently. Set it so I know where it's going to be. And I just want them just about right there. Make sure those cars clear those pins. I don't know what's going on here. There's more than one way to do that, right? We'll use the cattle cars that are actually going to be going back into that area. I'll take them back there manually until we figure out. Be going slow. Looks like they're binding up there a little bit on something. I'll have to set this out just a little bit more. I kind of wanted them right on that edge anyway. And maybe it would look like they were... They got a distance there, so maybe they make the cows jump, or they got a little skirt board that they use or something. Maybe that's how they get them in there. I think if I just set that right on the edge, it'll be perfect. So I like that idea. We got a line right here, and let's make another line. On the far end of this thing, so we know this is where I'm taking the sculptor mold to. And then we'll take this one over here, and then we'll put some weight down on it here. All right, I think that's gonna clear. It's got plenty of room, and who knows, maybe they will use another portable ramp or something to set it there. So now what I can do is I can set this piece in here. And then I can sculpt the mold down to it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this retaining wall. And then I'm going to lay some sculptor mold in there. I can paint that at any time. So I'm going to come up to the top of it so I can paint that in the other side at any time. So let's mix up some sculptor mold there, and let's look into doing that. I'll be right back. Okay, I got my sample piece of wood on there. What I've done is use something heavy to establish this from bowing on me. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just filling in that area with sculptor mold, which will be dirt, gravel, whatever. I'm angling it down to the piece of wood. Like I said, I'm going to be taking this piece of wood out of there and setting the other one in there, but I want to do some painting on it. I want that to look like the rest of my ground cover. Here what I'm going to do is use the bank and slope this down. And where these green push pins are setting, I'm going to be putting a sail barn right there, because it's a area where they could come in and look at their cows or buy cows, you know, or so everything will go through the sail barn, and then it'll go into the packaging place to be shipped off to the meat packaging house, which will be up there on stage 3 or phase 3, whatever you want to call it. Just using my spoon to slope the ground. Keep it off the track side and keep it even with the top of that retaining wall. I'll use my hand to help pull it down. Shoots go up at an angle. Now on this end, it angles back down towards the ground. Clean off the top of your retaining wall. Got a little bit of a low area right here, so I'm going to try to level that in as well. Just try to clean that off a little bit so slopes down, follows the level. I'm going to put that back there and get on the other side and work it some more. Work it at an angle. Okay, this will be set up in about 20 or 30 minutes. So then I can pull my piece of plywood out of there. And then this will be the same shape of my texture that I want. I think that'll work. And I'll come and I'll pull some of that out of there in a little bit. So being that's the shape of what I want, I'm going to start working the leftover stuff that I have out on this side. Work it up towards the road area that I have here. And then I don't have to waste any of this stuff that I made up that way, see? I'm going to leave a little bit of leeway in there, and I'll come back in and fine tune that with, after I get the whole base set. So I'm using the road here to kind of judge the ground coming in here. So I want the road to look like it's just a little bit higher than that. So you can build off your road that way, see? You just start filling it in and shaping it. Like I said, I'm trying to leave a little bit of a gap just so I have some leeway room to play in there a little bit with my final area here. Got a couple more spoonfuls left of this, so I think I can pretty much fill in next to my road going this way. All right, my friends, that's how I'm going to finish this out. Check back again in a little bit. Well, I hope you can see that I painted some of the concrete color on that retaining wall back there. Now what I want to do is paint some of my ground cover. So I thought I would bring you along as I do that. Basically, what I want to do is I want to get this area done. It's going to be back here. So I can get that thing set in place so then I can finish everything around it. Just trying to do an edge with the soil. And then I want this to look like they spray it for the weeds. There's no grass back there because they take care of it. And so they don't want any surprises coming off of it. I'll probably put some ballast back in there a little bit, try to level it out. I think that gives me a pretty cool area to finish out underneath those pieces of shoots. Then when this front dries, after I put it all on there and I finish some more of that out, I'll paint that the same color that I'm using here. So what I like to do now is I like to go ahead and put the feedlot in there and see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and set this down in here. See how it's going to look. I think I like that. Looks uniform, looks perfect. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue underneath it and put some few things that are heavy on there. And let's get ready to permanently attach this structure. Means I got to lift it out one more time, friends. Let's do that now. Very carefully. Just going to glue it down so it doesn't move with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this. It's going to dry clear. I don't know where them shoots are at right offhand, so go ahead and set that on there. All right, we have established space. Now, I want to lay something on there with some substantial weight. So what I'm going to do is bring my piece of wood right here. I'll lay that at an angle. I'm going to set that candle jar back over the top of it until that glue dries, 30 minutes or so. Very gentle so I don't go breaking anything. Then what I can do is take a brush and get that glue out of there, or even a rag of some sort. Glue that's in between the shoots. Let's go ahead and take that out of there. And I can always touch up the paint in between that. What I want to do now is I want to put some weight on them shoots very carefully so they will stay down a little bit more level. So what I'm going to do is establish bring this back just a little bit. Put that back on there. I'm going to put this on here. Then we can put something with some weight on those 4 shoots. All right, friends. Sides up a little bit, so trying to figure out what I can put on that so it stays down but doesn't destroy anything else. We can put this there. Yep, that works. Works. this right there. A little bit of weight to push down on them chutes in the back, and I think that'll work. Let's come around over here and see what these chutes look like. Can't see them because they're covered up, but I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like once the glue dries. Finishing out this video, just want to show you I have the ground cover all done around the stables here. That looks pretty good. Got that all done there. You can see the concrete retaining wall there. It's been fun getting this done. We'll be touching up a little bit more of that ground cover inside there. You can see some spots in there that need some more on there. So the next thing to do would be to build the barn, and I'm thinking that's what's in that box right there. Well, my friends, I just want to thank you for watching this video on the installing the livestock facility on our train layout. You can see that in the back there. This gives you a kind of a view of the whole layout, and we've got another unboxing that we want to do. So if you'd like to see what's in that box, please check out our next video coming up soon.